The world rewards shallow consumption, but combat doesn't. If you want real capability, you need to go deeper. Here's why. Look at how most people consume combat training. 30-second clips on social media, highlight reels of flashy techniques, quick fixes promising instant results. This is designed to keep you on the surface, always hungry for the next hit, never stopping to digest anything. The algorithms reward speed over depth, reaction over reflection. They profit from your engagement, not your growth. But combat mechanics don't work that way. A technique you see in a 10-second clip isn't yours. You haven't built the foundation, the timing, the pressure testing. You've just consumed a product. The real work, the drilling, the failure, the correction, happens off camera. If you're always chasing the next shiny move, you're not training. You're scrolling. And scrolling doesn't make you dangerous. Here's a truth most people avoid. Cause and effect starts with you. Not your circumstances, not what was done to you. Your choices, your responses, your actions, they ripple outward and shape everything that comes back. This isn't blame, it's reality. The ancient Chinese text, the I Ching, says, the superior man looks for the error within, not outside, not in others. When something goes wrong, ask, what did I do? What did I miss? What could I have done differently? This is the foundation of all real growth. But looking within is only half the work. The other half is acting on what you find. Introspection without action becomes rumination, which is its own modern plague. You don't need more thinking about your problems. You need to start solving them. More people are in therapy now than ever before. On the surface, that seems like progress. We're more aware of mental health, but look deeper. Many people are looking for answers outside themselves. They want someone to tell them what's wrong and fix it. They're seeking an external solution to an internal problem. This is the paradox. The very act of seeking help can become another way of avoiding the inner work. There's a word for this, self-conscious, but it has two meanings. Most people are self-conscious in the bad way, obsessed with how they appear, trapped in external validation. The good kind is self-awareness, the willingness to face hard truths about who you are and why you do what you do. The difference matters. A teacher can guide you, but the work is yours alone. What we're really talking about is the death of the inner life. Modern culture has externalized everything. Validation from likes, identity from brands, solutions from influencers. For thousands of years, the inner life was considered the only life that truly mattered. Philosophers, mystics, sages, all taught that the real work happens within. The external world is just a reflection of what's inside you. This isn't mystical, it's practical. If you can't sit with yourself, be honest about your weaknesses and commit to fixing them, you'll never master anything. Not a martial art, not a skill, not yourself. The shallow world will keep pulling you outward. Real training pulls you inward. That's where the depth is. That's where the power is. Here's the critical step. Introspection must lead to action. You can see your errors all day, but if you don't correct them, nothing changes. The superior man doesn't just see the error, he corrects it. This is where most people fail. They reflect, they analyze, they understand, but they never execute. They stay in the thinking phase because action is uncomfortable. Action requires failure. It requires grinding through the awkward, clumsy, frustrating part of learning. But that's the only part that builds real skill. In combat, there's no time to think. Your body must respond. That response comes from thousands of repetitions, not from watching videos. So stop consuming and start doing. Take what you've learned and drill it until it's automatic. That's the difference between knowledge and capability. The real test isn't how many techniques you know. It's whether you can apply one under pressure. Most people collect moves like trophies. They train in a comfortable gym with a willing partner in a predictable sequence. That's not training, that's rehearsal. Real combat is chaotic, unpredictable, and uncomfortable. It doesn't care about your highlight reel. It cares about your ability to stay calm, make good decisions, and execute under stress. That's why depth matters. Surface-level training gives you surface-level results. Deep training, thousands of reps, pressure testing, honest feedback, builds something that holds up when it matters. The shallow world won't teach you this. It can't. It's not designed for it. You have to choose to go deeper. That choice is yours. Stop consuming shallow content and start training deep. Look within, act on what you find, and build real capability. That's the path.